All right. It says we're live. All right. This is the PM edition. I guess we should wait, maybe. All right. Ground fog was in here at 10:42. I guess that was 10:42 last night. Ground fog was in here waving. So he was like super early. And Ken Squatch is here. We got one person in here. Give me a 2 before in the chat if you can hear us. We've been live for, quote, 26 seconds, so we should be good. All right, guys, this is a PM edition of Clickbait and Coffee. And since we didn't get to do it this morning, and I texted Shelly, I was like, hey, Shelly, do you want to jump on? And she was like, yeah, sure. So
sure.
And then Casey's here. Casey says she misses both of us.
Hey, Casey.
So, but yeah, so I texted Shelly. It's like, hey, you want to come on Clickbait and Coffee? And she's like, sure. I was like, okay. So,
sounds fun.
Yeah. So, Michael Osborne, good evening. But yeah, so I couldn't do the show this morning. I've been at Mammoth Cave all day. So, and if you don't know what Mammoth Cave is, that's the largest cave system in in the world, I think.
Yeah, on the planet. It's the largest explored cave system. There may be bigger ones somewhere, but they don't know.
I guess they're not counting the domes that the military's built, because those are probably big.
So, the largest natural cave system.
Yes, the largest natural cave system.
Yes.
So, but yeah, they did that. The tour guide was like, I think he said it was 400 and something miles of explored cave. I was like, holy crap. I was like, I knew it was big, but not that big. But the ranger, the park ranger that was there doing the thing, he was a younger kid, but man, he was like super excited and everything else. He made the tour pretty good, but I was like, it kind of takes a special dude to spend most of his time underground. And he was just jumping around and all excited and telling this. And I'm like, man, this dude needs to slow his roll. He's too excited about this. So, but it was fun. It was a lot of walking. I tell you what, my feet are sore from all that. I was like, ooh. So they get you. The thing is, like walking down we went on the historic tour. So walking down, it's nice and easy walking down this hill. And then you're like, oh crap, I got to hike back up this thing after we walk through the cave. I was like, this is not fun. Well, hey, Lawrence is here too. And then Bill Warner's here.
Lawrence? Hey, Bill.
So
I have a funny cave tour story. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
So, my friend Michelle and I, we ever so often we do girls trips, right? And her and I went for a weekend to Chattanooga. And in Chattanooga, they've got, like, you can go on their website for their city or something like that. And so they've got the Incline Railroad. They've got that, the big, you see on the barns, Sea Rock City.
Yeah.
That's in Chattanooga. And then they've got the Ruby Falls. So if you go online, you can get tickets for all three of them, like discounted price. So that's what her and I did. And so we were going to do all three of those venues, those places, in one day on a Saturday. So we started out early in the morning going to the Incline Railroad. And so we rode that thing up the hill and saw all of that. And then that took, I don't know, like 2 hours or something. And at the time, this was like 5 or 6 years ago. And one of my knees was really bothering me back then. Like at one point I was like walking with a cane. It hurt so bad. But so we did the Incline Railroad, and then we went and did Rock City and saw that. I don't know if you've ever been there. It's pretty cool. You go, across a swinging bridge and see like Lover's Leap and all of that kind of stuff. And we did all of that and went and had lunch and everything while we were there. And then in the afternoon, we get to Ruby Falls, and it was really late. And, it was probably like, I don't know, 4:00 in the afternoon. And at this point, like, I'm tired and my knee hurts, right? And we get there and there's a line that's like probably 2 hours long to wait to get into this thing. So we get in line, and the more that I'm standing there, the more I'm getting pissed off because I'm just hurting and I'm tired and all of this. And Michelle is always like, just happy go lucky, get along with everybody, all that kind of stuff. So we finally get up there to the tour, and Ruby Falls is nothing like Mammoth Cave. I don't know if you've ever seen that. And if there's anybody in the chat or whatever that sees this video that lives in Chattanooga, this is not a knock to you at all. But it's not Mammoth Cave. If you've been to both of them, you'll understand what I'm saying. And so we go down there into the thing, and the actual falls, when you get down to see the falls, it's really pretty. And they have like this light thing set up that makes different color lights. It makes the waterfall light up in different colors and everything. And it's really pretty, but it's not Mammoth Cave. So we start going through there, and he's pointing all of this stuff out. And again, we had like this super excited tour guide that was like, they're like college kids or something.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to make it, very enjoyable, I guess. And so he starts pointing stuff out, and I'm just being a grumbly old hag, let me tell you. And so I'm like complaining every time he would point something out. He'd be like, and there is like bacon, how they have like the wavy stuff that looks like bacon, and this is what we call a curtain formation and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, what the crap? This is nothing. Like, have you all ever seen Mammoth Cave? Do you even know what a cave looks like? Like, I've griped the whole time. Oh, yeah. And halfway through the tour, he comes back to me. Michelle is cracking up, and the people around me are kind of like, oh, she's kind of a. And so halfway through the tour, he comes back to me, and in the nicest voice he can, he goes, are we having a bad day? And I said, as a matter of fact, we are. I'm like, I went to the Incline Railroad this morning, and then I went to Rock City, and now I'm here, and my knee hurts, and I'm just not having a good day. And he goes, do you want me to help you get out of the cave? And I said, no. I said, I get that I've pissed you off. And I said, I'll shut up. I'm done. And I said, it's okay. He goes, well, we want to make this enjoyable for everybody. And then I looked at him and I said, have you ever been to Mammoth Cave? You should probably go to Mammoth Cave, and then you'll understand where I'm coming from. Oh, yeah. It's just a hole in the ground. We got a real cave up there. Right. It's like a real cave. Like, I don't know what this crap is, but y'all need to go see Mammoth Cave. Oh, yeah. I will give something about this. Just an FYI, apparently you're not allowed to have weapons in the cave. Why? There's a little sign down there that says no weapons inside the cave, and I'm not saying anything, but I didn't walk back up the hill. So, Lawrence, that would be amazing. Oh my God. Talk about like paranoid. Oh yeah. Well, now I was thinking, we were walking through there, and I'm thinking, I'm like, man, this would be bad if an EMP hit right now, because then everybody, well, I don't know. I guess if you were that far underground, I know the lights would go out. I don't know if people. But wouldn't your stuff be protected? I don't know. But then I was thinking, I'm like, if an EMP hits, then your phones would be fried. But if your phones weren't fried, everybody would have their iPhones and they could use the flashlights. But of course, me being me, I had a flashlight with me. So I was like, okay, it wouldn't be that bad. But I'm like, still, it would be a rough deal. Okay, I just looked it up. It says caves can offer some protection from electromagnetic pulses by acting as a passive shield against electromagnetic waves. However, the level of protection is highly variable and often unreliable unless a cave is specifically outfitted with additional shielding to function as a Faraday cage. I guess it depends on how deep in the cave you were. Yeah, I think so. But I had just a regular old flashlight, so I was like, I'm good. We can continue the tour. It definitely would protect against like nuclear stuff, right? If you're deep enough in it, and like a 90 degree turn in the cave will stop a lot of that. I did a little bit of studying on nuclear shelters and stuff like that before. Yeah. So,
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. And then one of the funny things there, the tour guide was telling us, he's like, they used to have in one part of the cave, they used to have church services.
Yeah, there's like a place down there where a preacher would stand. They call it Pulpit Rock or something like that.
Yeah, and I'm thinking it's hard enough to get people to come to church when they can drive their Escalade and pull right up to the front of the building, much less hiking down in a cave. I was like, these people were dedicated to come to church.
But they still have services there sometimes, like once a year in the wintertime. They do like this choir thing, and apparently the acoustics in there are amazing.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they have a service down there where people get down there and sing, and it's just absolutely beautiful.
Wow.
So Michael says if you have reception, you may have some electron bombardment from the pulse.
Well, yeah, there's no reception down there whatsoever. So, and then also Michael said the radiation shielding would depend on the depth. So yeah, I'd say if you're deep enough in that cave, you'd be pretty good. So
Casey doesn't have to duck when she goes through the cave.
Yeah. There were several parents that hit their head and stuff like that. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Did you go through Fat Man's Misery?
Yes.
Yeah, that's like narrow going, like it's crazy.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Bill said he's been moving animal accessories and garden beds today. 4 trailer loads today. Don't have any idea how much more to move. Dang. Bill got the hookup. His neighbor's moving and she just gave him everything.
I know. He's getting all the stuff. I watched that.
Landscape blocks and man.
Good Lord.
He's going to have all kinds
of Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Bill, are you going to be at SRF?
Yeah, we'll be down there. That is what, October 4th and 5th?
4th and 5th. If you don't have tickets, go to selfreliancefestival.com and get your tickets. Randy and I are going to be there. Jason's going to be there on Saturday. So come see us and say hi.
Yeah, it'll be good. We're gonna do the super fast trip, not stay all weekend. So, but hey, if you're looking for
Casey's going on Sunday, we're not gonna be there Sunday, Casey.
Casey, you need to change your plans and come on Saturday. She said can't do Saturday.
Bummer.
Just tell you she might have to work. Just take off work. It'll be okay. Your job will be there when you come back, maybe. So I had to drive Miss Daisy around yesterday. My mother-in-law has got something going on with her legs. So we had to go down and get a CT scan in Hendersonville. And that was
okay.
Yeah, there's some kind of crap. She hurt her leg a while back and she's had to have a CT scan for it. But then we get down there and apparently she was flagged with being allergic to the iodine contrast that they put in there or something. And she was like, I'm not allergic to that. And then it just turned into a whole fiasco. So now I got to take her back down there on Monday.
So is she really not allergic to it and they screwed up or?
I don't know. I was just like, whatever. So yeah. So I'm going to get me one of those little chauffeur hats and wear now when I drive her places. So, but hey, and now, all right. If y'all are looking for something else to do, if you can't go to SRF, November 8th and 9th is the land nav class. We've got it. It's going to be at Barren River State Park. No caves there, but we're going to have compasses. So learn how to read maps, do all that. Mike Atkins is going to be teaching it. It's going to be fun. I'm excited about that. That's probably one of the most exciting workshops we've got going and had so far. I'm stoked about doing that. So you can run over, check it out on the website, get your tickets for it. That'll be November 8th and 9th. It's going to be fun. Hey, did you check your calendar about the 25th of October yet?
I actually messaged one of my friends because there was something that I thought might be that day, but I think we're good. I think we can announce it.
Okay. All right. We'll announce it then. Go ahead. I'll let you do it.
So on October 25th, is that the Saturday? Let me
Yes,
make sure.
that was the Saturday that we were supposed to do.
Yes, October 25th, we are going to do a KSL Homestead meetup. So that is going to be at, it's a completely free event. It's going to be at Western Kentucky University, the Ag Expo Center, the same place that we have the festival. We're going to have a potluck. We're going to do a couple workshops. I know that I'm going to be teaching soap making, and then we'll have another workshop that'll be happening that day. So come on out and hang out with us and meet up and network and meet your tribe and all of those things.
It's going to be good. We're going to do, Shelly and I are going to provide the meat for everything, do a potluck on it. So just bring sides and or drinks. And then we'll do that. I don't know. You're going to do soap. I'm trying to think of something else. Give us some ideas, people, of what we could do.
Yeah. What do you want to learn? It's got to be something that could happen like in an hour and a half workshop. Yeah. What do you want to learn while you're there?
Yeah. So tell us something else y'all like to know.
Yes, Bill, SRF is the first weekend in October, the 4th and 5th. We would love to see you there. I hope it can work out.
Casey said she'd call in sick if she'd scheduled. What time?
It's probably
9?
Start around 10, 9, something like that.
Yeah. Come at 9 and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll probably start at 9 and start the workshop stuff at 10 and then have lunch around noon and then do a workshop in the afternoon kind of thing. It's kind of laid back, easy going like the last one.
Yeah. And it won't be all just workshop stuff. What we'll do is, we'll do the workshops and then we'll have plenty of time to sit around and talk to each other and everything like that.
Yeah.
So, Andrew Massey's here. Hey, Andrew.
But we'll be putting graphics out on social media and talking about it on YouTube and Facebook and all of those things. So you'll start seeing some advertisements for it.
There's the great protection dog came in to get in the shot.
Yep. Come here, Loki. Say hi to everybody. Say hi, Loki. You're a good boy.
Hey, also December 6th is Leslie from the School of Earth and All. She's going to be up to do what's the name of that class that she's calling it?
It's Beyond the Basics Herbalism Workshop.
There's a stupid bug or something flying around the damn thing. But yeah, Leslie's going to be doing that. That's going to be cool. That's going to be December 6th. That's also going to be at Western where we do the festival. And I'm going to kill this bug somehow. But that'll be good. I'm looking forward to it. Even though I'm not a super herbal person, it'll be fun. So, and
just putting a plug in for Leslie, she has got an online class coming up Thursday, October 9th at 6:30. It's on, she's going to be doing this class via Zoom. It's for sleep support. So the class will include why prioritizing sleep is crucial to health, lifestyle recommendations to support sleep, your diet and sleep, and herbal sleep support. So if you're having problems sleeping, check that out. You can go to School of Earth and All, that's AWE, all, schoolofearthandawl.com, and look under offerings. There's a workshop thing under offerings. But go check it out. I've signed up for it, and I'm excited.
Awesome. Yes, Andrew, we will be down there Saturday at Self-Reliance.
Yep.
So we'll get down there early and scoot out Saturday night sometime. So,
you know what time it starts on Saturday? I was looking for a schedule today and I didn't see any.
Probably
if you put it out yet.
If you're there by 9 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, that's what I think. It starts at 9 usually.
Well, shoot, we're going to be running all over the place. We've got all kinds of crap going on. We got Self-Reliance Fest. We got that first part of October, and then me and Greg New are running up to the EMS show the 21st and 20th and 21st, or 21st and 22nd. And then we've got special training that we can't tell anybody what it is coming in November. So that a bunch of us are going to go to.
Secret.
Yeah. Secret. We'll tell y'all when we get back, because then we're going to have awesome stuff going on.
Super secret.
Yeah. And then, well, heck yeah. I mean, and then November, I mean, we got the land nav, and then December we've got Leslie's class, and we've got to get on the books because Greg New told me the other day, him and one of his buddies want to come to the comms class.
Yeah,
So,
is that January or February?
We hadn't booked it yet. We got to talk to Brian and Susan.
Okay. So sometime after the first of the year, there's going to be a comms class, and those comms classes are awesome, y'all.
Yes. Well, and you're going to get a little bit of comms stuff when you're if you come to the land nav class, because Brian and Susan are going to be there running all our comms for us, because everybody will have a radio. So you'll get a little hint of comm stuff there. So, Shelly, you want to talk about our topic, or do you want to tell everybody about the amazing medical kits and medical supplies and the amazing radios we've got? You've got radios behind you. I noticed that the other day.
I do. Right there.
Are they charged and ready to go?
Yes.
All right.
They're not turned on, but they're charged. All right. And since I still haven't passed my test, I can't use them.
You need to get on it. You can use it. You can use it for.
I know, but I'm planning on. Hopefully, I'll be able to take the test when Brian and Susan come up to do our comms class after the first of the year. I'm hoping. Yeah. I take practice tests all the time, so maybe it'll just morph into my brain. I hope. I don't know.
How are you doing on a practice test?
Well, I'm up to about the first time when I first started taking them, I only got 20% right. It was pitiful. But now I'm up to about 63% right when I take them. I do 3 or 4 a week.
All right.
So, and I've been doing them for a few weeks, so I'm getting better. I'm not going the other way. So I'm hoping by January I might. What do you have to do? 80% or something?
I think it's 80%.
Okay. Well, I'm not far from 80, so I'm hoping by January I'll be able to get 80%. But so I don't know. Maybe we need to do a live where all we talk about we've got our hands in so many things, y'all.
If Billy Mays wasn't dead, we could get him to do it for us.
Right.
The Sham Wow or whatever.
So it is mine and Jason's passion to teach people, to help people be self-reliant, to be self-sustainable. So we, not only doing the festival, that's why the festival this year, our workshops, it was workshop heavy. We wanted to teach people skills, and people reacted very well to that. And that's probably what we're going to do from here on out with the festival. But we've also we've created the sustainability store on KentuckySustainableLiving.com. And we've been looking for products to help people in that self-reliance place to whether it's medical supplies. We've got radios on there now. Our radios are actually, you can purchase a radio and it comes with a consultation from Brian and Susan. You can ask them all the questions, learn all the stuff from them. They can help you. It'll come programmed, right, Jason?
Yeah, it'll come programmed to your area. Pull up.
Yeah, so you'll get it programmed, and then you can talk to Brian and Susan and get all of the help from them that you need to, master radios. What were you gonna say?
Pull up the homepage. That picture, that professionally taken picture that is on there, is amazing.
Are you talking about the one where it says preparedness starts at home?
Yes. I mean, we spent a lot of money on that professional photography for that.
It looks good.
I mean, it was I had to schedule the person 6 to 8 months ahead of time. It took 5 or 6 hours to get the lighting right and everything. So, can you pull it up and share it on here, or will it let you?
I might be able to share it. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can do that.
I mean, I've built it up so people need to see it.
Ooh, I almost screwed up.
Yeah, don't hit the end stream button like last time.
I don't want to do that. Hold on a minute.
Look, we talked about
Present or invite.
We talked about Melanie, and she showed up.
Hey, Melanie. Okay, here we go. I think I'm about to do it. Is it on there? Did I do it?
Yes.
Awesome.
That is like professional quality video or photos.
So Jason has it set up now where you can just click on shop gear and it will take you straight to the sustainability store. You can get my soap there. You can get medical kits there, medical supplies, radio packages. We have comfrey for sale and water filters. And we're constantly looking for those things that help people to live that sustainability life. So if you have suggestions, we'd love to hear your suggestions, but that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to help people with that.
And the reason I'm talking about the picture so much, it was not professionally done. I did that with my iPhone, and I did that in the back of a Forerunner. So that's why I was making such a big deal. I was like, it actually looks halfway decent.
It does. It looks good. You did a good job.
So, and hey, decomp needles. If anybody needs decompression needles will be back in. They'll be in Tuesday, and I'll have them on the website. So we've got the decomp needles coming in, and look at the snazzy. If you didn't see, everybody does PVC patches and the rubber patches. We wanted to be different, and those are leather patches, real leather patches. And Jeremy at Hot Brass makes those for us. So he does an amazing job on them.
Yeah, they look awesome. I love them, especially on the IFAC. I love them.
Oh, yeah. He sent me a picture when he was tooling around with it and everything, and I was like, man, those things are sharp. But it looks good. I think it looks good against multicam.
Yeah, it does.
So, but yeah, Jeremy banged that out of the park on the patches for sure. I like the leather patches better than the rubber ones, honestly.
I do too.
So, but yeah, guys, go check out all the stuff's in stock. So check it out. If you got any questions, email one of us. We can answer it for you. But then decomp needles will be in on Tuesday, and I'll probably go ahead and get them up on the site maybe tonight. I don't know. It depends. Depends on if I fall asleep. I'm tired. So, and if you got any questions about the radios will be pre-programmed for your area. They're part of it is going to be kind of a boilerplate program, but then, you know, if you live in Wisconsin, we're going to get the repeaters for your area and put those in. So then you're set and ready to go with that. So Bill said he was pulling wheelies on his trailer with landscape blocks.
Wow.
Well, and Melanie loves the patch in the picture. All right. And also, yes, hit the like button. Hit it 100 times. So I don't think you can do that, though. All right. Big topic. Shelly came up with the topic. Fall is here, and what do we need to get done? What is all the fun stuff? I've got a laundry list, but I just put down like 3 or 4 things that I know I've got to get done. So since you're the guest tonight for the PM edition, tell us your whole list of stuff.
Well, if you're a subscriber to our email newsletter for Kentucky Sustainable Living, you got part of my list in that email tonight that went out. With it being early fall, like right now.
It doesn't feel like it is 91 today.
Well, like the last couple weeks, it got cold, right? So
yeah.
Here I am breaking out all my hoodies and all my jackets and all that stuff. And then this week it's been in the 90s, and then next week it's supposed to be back in the 70s again. But right now is that time of year that I like to get those projects done that you don't like to do and when it's super hot outside. You know, that if you go out and work on that stuff, you're gonna fall over with a stroke or something. Like cleaning out fence rows or you know, doing maintenance on your chicken coop or, you know, there's always something to do on the homestead. There's always something that needs fixed and all of that kind of stuff. But those big projects that are just very labor intensive, we try to save those for the fall. And it's really, to me, it's better for us to get it done in the fall because when spring rolls around, like my brain is geared for garden stuff. And if I don't do it in the fall, it's not going to get done in the spring because that's all I'm thinking about is getting garden stuff done, you know? So, the fall is one of those times for me that I'm able to just get things done that I hadn't been able to get done or have been too hot to get done. And, it's nice to work outside. You're not dying working outside. So some of the things that are on my list are, well, I mean, for one thing, before we get into like the maintenance kind of things, you could be planting a fall garden.
Yeah.
Even if you're in a place where, you know, you might get some frost and stuff like that, you can cover that up with garden cloth and plant a fall garden. You could have some, especially some of those things that you plant in the spring, the early spring stuff like brassicas and, you know, lettuce and radishes and all that kind of stuff. You can plant that in the fall and have a harvest from that as well. Right now is a great time you need to be planting garlic, late September, early October. And you need to plant that in a place that you're going to be okay to leave it. That's not going to be in your main garden beds next year because you keep that in the ground until June. You harvest garlic in June. Or you do in Kentucky, but you can also be planting cover crops. If you have, you know, even in raised beds and stuff, you can be planting legumes and stuff, you know, like vetch and peas and stuff like that, clover, and that's going to help. Those are all nitrogen fixers. It's going to help put nutrients back in your beds. That you know you'll need for next year, but earth doesn't like to be uncovered. So if you don't plant stuff in there, you're definitely going to get weeds.
Yeah.
And see, that's one of the projects that I have for the fall is to go weed my garden because right now it's overgrown with weeds. So I want to get that cleaned up and plant some. I actually bought some cover crop stuff, some seeds from Mike Sparks at the festival, and I plan on planting that in my garden beds to overwinter them. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that you can do to get ready for next year, and even doing composting. Put compost all in your garden beds and just to get them prepared for next year. Those are just a few of the things that, you know, besides fixing things, it's a good time to do maintenance on, you know, like small engines or fixing garden utensils, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's a good time to do all of that.
Oh yeah. There's and I've got a bunch of stuff. I had some trees down that I'm going to wind up cutting up and getting them disposed of. There's one that's going to be a real fun tree to finish up. And but I've been waiting. I'm like, I don't want to go out there and fight that stupid thing while it's 90 something degrees outside. Yes, yeah. Buckwheat will come up just about. I mean, unless it's super cold, buckwheat will come up. It's still not too late to get buckwheat in the ground. I like clover as a cover crop. I need this year just to seed my whole yard in clover. Is what I really want to do. And then you only have to mow it like every 3 weeks, maybe. So that
I have a bucket. I have a 5-gallon bucket of winter pea sitting on my back in my back entryway, and I want to put that out where the pigs have like tore up the ground and everything. I want to butcher those 2 big male pigs that we have out there, and then just spread winter pea all over that and let that grow back up.
Oh, it ought to do good. especially if you hit it right after rain, real quick. I'd say that'd do pretty good. So, well, what are your list of projects that you've got? Do you have the list?
So we need to build a new, not a new, but we want to build. We want to, the chicken coop that's up at our garage.
Yeah.
Right now, I have like Premier One fencing around that, and which it does nothing to keep my chickens in there. I don't know why I don't just put that up in the garage. I mainly use it to keep my dogs out, but I want to build a fence around that, around where my rabbits are at, and just fence all of that in and keep them up there. The weekend before last, Randy and I, the chicken coop that's out by the barn where we have our Bressies, the Bressies had been getting out and like roosting up in a tree and all that stuff. And so we took deer netting and completely covered that whole coop. So now they can't get out. And so that's where, and it's working pretty well. So I want to fence in the coop up here. I have a big tree that needs to be cut down. I talked to you about that, a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, we're on tap to do that thing.
Yeah. I've got a pig to butcher to put in the freezer, and then another pig to butcher for, maybe we can use him for a medical class or something. I don't know, but we're not going to eat him because he's still intact. So, but both of those need to go. And, I'm just going to keep Miss Piggy and one of the piglets that she just had. So we're only going to have those 2 pigs left. And then hopefully next year we can get on track with getting some coonies. But, so once they get butchered, then I want to kind of fix that area where they were at and take down the fence around that and all that. So that's another big project, and that can happen. That's not going to happen until after they get butchered, and they may not get butchered until after the first of the year. I mean, I think I want to butcher one of them in December. So those are some pretty big projects I've got coming up. So, and plus getting my garden cleaned out. I want to get it straightened up.
Oh yeah. We need to get on planning on when we're going to do butchering classes.
Yeah.
We got to get that. Of course, that'll be January, February, March kind of thing, be doing that. So we got some time to figure that out.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I got to talk to your buddy and see about getting a couple pigs. So I got to get a hold of him. I'm going to try to get a hold of him tomorrow and see about getting some piglets.
Did you message him?
No, not yet. I want to do that. I want to do that in the morning, see what he's got going. So what's on my list of stuff that I came up with, I've got to clean up the food forest. I have let my food forest go horribly this summer. It's just been nasty, and Greg Skeens gave me grief about it. So I was like, we'll get that thing cleaned up. So I might work on it some tomorrow if it's not going to be horribly bad and if I get time, but working on that.
What do you need to clean up in it?
There's a ton of weeds in that thing. I mean, just it's got a ton of.
As your strawberries spread out and stuff, you've got a lot of ground cover with those strawberries. I don't think that you have as many weeds to clean up as what you think you do. It doesn't look that bad out there.
The older part, the strawberries really took hold, but the newer part, the strawberries didn't take over near as fast. So I got a bunch of weeds in there. I could probably go down there and get it cleaned up if I hit it hard, probably in an hour and a half. So,
it's going to take me like 3 days to clean up my garden. So your food forest, you're good.
Well, I mean, one of the other things too, I need to clean up all the raised beds, and I was kind of thinking about it. I'm like, and I'm probably going to do the same thing. I hate in between the garden beds of having to weed and do all that kind of crap. I mean, I put wood chips. We put heavy wood chips down one time, and man, those wood chips just grew grass. I mean, grass came up. I'm like, this sucks. So we put heavy wood chips down between all of our beds, and it looks like there's no wood chips there. There's stuff growing everywhere. Yeah.
It makes me crazy. I actually thought about I actually thought about buying one of those billboard tarp things. I think I said something to you about that. And just taking my beds up and putting the billboard tarp down and putting my beds back on top of it and filling them with dirt. I mean, that's what I'm seriously thinking about doing.
Yeah.
Lawrence says that he needs a permanent roof for his woodshed and more fencing for the goats. He let his garden go to hell.
The best solution for fencing for the goats is to get rid of the goats. But now Lawrence and Casey are both going to be on me about that. They love their little goats. So, hey, I'm going to do now. I want to do the billboard tarps. I've got a couple billboard tarps, and I'm probably going to do that. I tell you, honestly, Shelly, you might not even need to take the beds up. I'd just cut it in strips and lay it. I mean, that's a lot less work.
So my biggest problem is Bermuda grass.
Yeah.
And that stuff, I don't know if people, like, do people sow seeds for that or something? Because it's like all over my backyard. And what happens, like you'll have a patch of grass and then it has like shooters that go off and grows grass here and grows grass over here. It is everywhere in my garden and I cannot get rid of that crap. Yeah. And that's why I'm like, I just need to completely cover my garden with that with the billboard tarp and put my beds on top of it and hopefully kill all the Bermuda grass. I mean, it makes me crazy.
Yeah. Well, Bill said silage plastic will work good too.
I wonder if that's cheaper than, I'll have to look that up.
I don't know.
Because I found a website you can get those billboard tarps and they sent me a coupon code and stuff. So what's that called? Silage plastic?
Oh, yeah. Melanie's going to be putting wood chips down on the paths in the garden this fall.
That's what I need to do. And we got a wood chipper. So we cut that tree down back by my barn and I'll have enough wood or enough wood chips for my garden.
Bill's going to try to find ways to die.
What? Goals. Try very hard to find ways to die. Goats. I'm like, what, Bill?
Neither one of us can read. We're
well, it says goal. I was like, what?
Yes, Casey, I am a goat hater and I will be forever. But you can have your goats. You can have the spawn of Satan on your farm if you want to. I'm fine with that. Hey, another thing we got to do, we got to get Ginger and Calvin up to your house.
I know.
So we need
so that's another project. We got to get some kind of shelter built for them.
Yeah. So another thing I got to do, I've got to fix the fence over at the neighbor's place on the neighbor's pasture, run another string of that, and then get a good fence charger on that because the animals were just walking through that the other day. So that, and we need to do a rain dance or something too. We need some stinking rain.
Yeah, definitely.
It sounds like Rice Krispie treats when you walk outside in the front yard. Well, yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's tons of stuff. I'll probably put some more garlic in. I always like doing garlic. I've got so much garlic down there in the food forest. It's stupid. So, but we'll probably just plant some more.
But you don't even pull that up, do you?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't.
Like your garlic just keeps reseeding itself.
I'll probably have garlic bulbs the size of softballs down there.
I know.
So, but yeah, that, and then I'm kind of pissed off. I had several pears, and a deer came through and ate a bunch of my pears.
Oh man, you had a bunch on that one tree.
I know, and they were gone, and I'm like, you dirty bastard. So we might put him in the freezer if I can ever catch him out there. So
that's why I need somebody to come hunt some deer over on my place. Usually, well, the first year that we were here, Jessica and Josh did some deer hunting, and both of them, I think what they did, they caught a doe and her kid, because the other one, it wasn't a fawn or whatever. It was like grown, but it was smaller than the female.
Yeah.
And I think they were out there together, and Josh shot one and Jessica shot the other one, and we processed them and everything, but that's the last time. So that was like 2021. Nobody's been out here hunting since then.
We need to set a perch up on the barn where we can see down there and just snipe them off.
I mean, there's all kinds of deer that run back through my field. They love it back there.
Wow. And maybe that's what you need to do is just farm deer. Get some high fence.
I love deer meat.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't even know if I'll go deer hunting this year. So, but yeah, that's what I've got. I've got those trees to cut down. I'm not really looking forward to it. I've got one that split off like 10 feet off the ground, and I'm like, this is going to suck to cut. So, Lawrence said he might go deer hunting with me. That barn's tall. If we got on top of the barn, we could see down in the pasture, couldn't we?
You guys can come and hunt over at my place, and I'll split the meat with you.
Lincoln said he wanted to go deer hunting once. He told me, he's like, are we going deer hunting? I was like, yeah, I guess we will. So we'll figure something out about that. So what have you got? What are you going to do this weekend? Are you going to work on any of those projects? No.
I have got soap that I have to make because Casey mentioned it earlier. I'm completely out of Sharp Dressed Man, and I need to make some of that. It's one of my biggest sellers. And I'm making comfrey salve this weekend. And we'll have that on the website to sell. So if you all need any comfrey salve. And there's a couple other salves that I think I'm going to try to make.
Wow.
And I'll probably go out and work in the garden some this weekend, try to start weeding that.
I'm gonna work on the food forest a little bit in the morning, and then I've got to package up a few things. I got to get a couple order things out that I've promised some people, and then I don't know. And then Sunday we'll have church, and then Sunday dinner. So I don't really know. I'll probably take Sunday and not do much of anything. So hopefully Lincoln will not con me into going to Dave and Buster's. He's found out there's a Dave and Buster's in Clarksville, and it's a lot easier to get to Clarksville than running all the way down to Opry Mills. And then shoot, Greg knew. Greg lives in Clarksville. Greg sent me a message on Facebook, and there's some whole indoor amusement park in Clarksville. Well, it's got bowling, it's got go-karts, all kinds of crap, and it's all inside. I was like, thanks, Greg. I was like, I'm not going to let Lincoln see this. So yeah, I don't know what I'll wind up doing. So,
Casey, I'll holler at you when it gets cured.
I've got some sitting right here. What is this?
Springtime? That's springtime.
Yeah.
You like Sharp Dressed Man.
Yeah. It makes my office smell better just having a bar of it sitting down here. So it doesn't smell like farts and stuff like that anymore. So
that's nice.
So. All right. What else does anybody got? That's about all I've got for the PM edition of Clickbait and Coffee. And now Shelly and I, while we got a few people on here, Shelly and I have kind of toyed around with it. And I might switch Clickbait and Coffee to Monday mornings and Friday mornings, and then we're going to run the podcast, start back up on it, run the podcast on Wednesday nights, like at 8:00, because I can swing going to church and getting back here and be set up ready by 8:00. So we'll run it like 8 to 9 o'clock on Wednesday nights. If you like that idea, put a 1 in the chat. Casey is typing away fast.
Yep.
It's Casey. Melanie put cool. So.
She said stay on longer. She's off.
You're off. You're off what? Off tonight? You mean you want us to stay on longer tonight or stay on longer on Wednesdays?
You doing?
I don't know.
What are you doing, handsome?
Let's get Shelly laughing. She wants you to laugh. So, all right. It looks like we're going to have to do, I'm going to have to switch Mondays and Fridays, and then Wednesday night we're on here together.
That'll work.
So, I don't know. I don't have any other cool, I don't know. I hadn't done anything fun this week. I drove Miss Daisy around. That, and then we had baseball and that kind of stuff. So
I got to go volunteer at the animal shelter. That was fun.
and you
I got to go walk dogs, and we ripped out all of their landscaping stuff and redid all of their landscaping for them. It was a team of people from work that went up there. And then we got to walk dogs and play with cats, and my company paid me to do that. That was pretty cool.
Oh, there's one thing I saw on TikTok, and I thought it was funny. It's kind of stupid, but I thought it was funny. There's like a guy sitting there, and it's got the wording on there, and it says, I just learned there's a small island south of Italy, and it's got 6 million Sicilian people on it. And he's like, I didn't even know numbers went that high. And it meant to say Sicilian people. It's kind of one of those nerdy dad things. But,
yeah.
But I laughed at it, and I was like, that's kind of funny. So there's been all kinds of crap. I mean, I get most of my news from TikTok now. So let's see.
I don't even get on TikTok.
Oh, I'm on TikTok all the time.
I'll go to work, and so like the girls that are in my little friend group at work, they're like, did you see that TikTok I sent you? And I'm like, no. And I get on TikTok and I have all these notifications from all my friends to watch videos or whatever. So I'll watch those videos, and then I just get, it's just not something I watch.
Bill says he's worn out tonight, and he doesn't even feel like eating supper. Just fix you one of those smoothies you always talk about, Bill.
That's what I might have for supper. I don't really feel like fixing supper. You know, on the days, I was thinking when I came home today, so like, Randy, anybody who knows us or whatever, I probably shouldn't say this online or whatever, but Randy and I work opposite shifts. So on the days that he works, I don't really fix anything because it's just me. You know, I don't really fix anything. And when I was driving home today, I thought, I don't go home and like, I don't take the time to lay something out during the day or, you know, in the morning, you know, and I thought I need to like fix things, especially now since it's getting colder. I need to fix like a pot of something like a soup or a stew or something like that I can eat on it all week. Wow. And so I came home tonight and I'm like, I don't really feel like fixing anything, but I could go make a smoothie. That's a good idea. I think I might do that.
Wow. Well, Whitney she was going to fix teriyaki bowls tonight, and she had to grab some stuff to grocery and do a couple other things. And I was like, don't forget, I've got a live tonight. And she's like, okay. And I was like, don't worry about fixing that stuff. I'm like, I mean, it'll be, you know, after 8. And she's like, okay, we'll just fix it tomorrow. So I was like, and we always call it scumming it is what we call it. If we don't fix dinner, it's like we'll scum it and find something in the pantry to eat. So
when the kids lived at home, when the girls were still at home, we called it fend for yourself. If there was a night I didn't feel like cooking, I'm like, it's fend for yourself. There's sandwiches or something in there.
Hey, Melanie's got it right.
Oh my God, chili! So I actually thought about making a pot of chili tomorrow, but the kids are coming over Sunday for dinner. I'm doing this once a month dinner thing. And I thought about getting Randy to make chicken and dumplings because he makes amazing chicken and dumplings. So we may have some leftovers for next week. Oh, my God, Casey, sushi sounds good.
Bill's got crawfish pasta. So
that sounds good, too. The town that I live in doesn't have sushi. I got to drive all the way back to Glasgow to get sushi.
Rebecca said my mom called it whatever you can find night. Yes. Hey, I will tell you this, and it's probably horrible to tell people, but yesterday when I took my mother-in-law to the doctor, I was like, we always go out and eat lunch afterwards. She always takes me to lunch. So we get in the car. I'm like, hey, where do you want to eat? And we're down in Hendersonville. And if you've been to Hendersonville, their Indian Lake area, there's like anything in there, whatever you want to eat is down there. I mean, there's every restaurant. And I'm like, get on your little Googly machine and find somewhere you want to eat. And she's like, well, okay. And then she gets on her phone or something like this. She's talking to somebody. And I know Hendersonville fairly well. And she wouldn't pick anywhere. So I pulled into the Chop House. And if you ever eaten at Chop House is a good restaurant. So I pull in.
That's a steakhouse, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's a good place. So I pull in. I was like, I'm starving. I didn't eat any breakfast. I was like, I'm getting prime rib for lunch. So I eat prime rib, salad, the whole works and everything, full. And we eat that at like 2:00. So we get back home. Lincoln's got a ball game at 5:30. So we go to the ball game. My brother and his girlfriend came to the ball game, and my mom rode with us. And they're like, y'all want to go eat after this? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm hungry. I was like, let's go. So we picked Texas Roadhouse. So we go to Texas Roadhouse. I was like, heck, I already had prime rib once today. I was like, let's go for twice. So I ordered another 12-ounce prime rib. So yesterday I ate 24 ounces of prime rib for 2 meals. So I'm like, this works. And then I told Whitney, I was like, this is the second time I'm eating prime rib today. And she's like, are you not sick of it? I was like, no. I was like, I could probably eat it tomorrow for breakfast if I wanted to.
Prime rib is not one of my favorites.
I like prime.
To me, prime rib is like pot roast or something. It doesn't taste like steak to me. Not that it's bad. I mean, it's okay, but it's not my first choice. I'll eat it if somebody gives it to me, but it's not my first choice.
I like prime rib. I like taking and getting the whole ribeye and cooking it and doing prime rib that way. I just absolutely love it, like a standing rib roast. Ooh. Yeah. Man, we cook that. There's been fights. Whitney always gets mad because we've got a single oven. And the standing rib roast takes precedence over, whatever she's cooking aside, because the sides don't really matter. You need meat for your dinner. So there's always a fight on it. And I'm like, that's fine. I was like, next time before we cook another standing rib roast, I was like, I'm going to buy a whole freestanding oven and put it in the basement and wire it down here in the basement. And that's going to be the standing rib roast oven. And she's like, that's fine. As long as you'll get out of my kitchen, you can do it. So I think when I checked at Lowe's, you could get an oven, like a slide-in oven. You could get it for like the cheapest one, I think was like $500. I'm like, $500 and $100 a wire. I was like, no more fights. I'll do it. So,
not to change the subject, but guess what I found?
What? $1 million. Where'd you find that at?
I cleaned up my office in here.
Wow. Just imagine.
That was one of those projects. I cleaned it up like last weekend, and I was like, oh my God, there's my knife. I was so excited. I bought this from Michael Key at the Fall Festival last October. It's been gone. It's been hidden or lost for a year, and I finally found it.
I'm just glad that the camera just shows what I want you to see, because everything out of frame is like a nightmare on my desk.
My whole room is cleaned up. I've been in here sewing on quilts and everything because I didn't like coming in here and messing with it because it was a mess in here. And so I finally got it cleaned up, and I've been back working on my quilts.
Oh, I mean, I've got batteries sitting here. I've got rubber gloves, receipts. I've got empty water bottles. I don't know, coffee samples, just all kinds of crap.
Melanie, I got this. Melanie said it's cool looking. I got this from Michael Key to cut herbs. So it's like a knot. You can use it like this to just cut, when you're doing herb stuff. So it's got some kind of weird name. I can't think of what it's called. It's not like a knife. I want to say it starts with a C or something like that. I can't think of what it's called.
You probably use that to skin stuff.
Maybe. It's not, like that little knife that Mike Shepard has that's good for skinning. It doesn't hold like that. I think once, like, especially if you were skinning a hog, once you got it started, you could probably use it to
Yeah.
skin, but it's not. I don't know. I can't remember what Michael called it.
And Bill, there's no truer statement than that. A flat surface is my nemesis. Any flat surface gets stuff piled on it. It's true that I do the same thing. I really need to clean my desk. So I need to find a little desk right here to put right here and get all my, that's another thing. Since it's getting cooler, I need to get in the attic and run my new coax cable and everything, get all my ham radio stuff down here out of my other room. Casey, I have no idea where Mike is at tonight. Him and Jeanette might be on date night or something.
They've been going and hanging out at some little like place where they have singing and stuff. They've been going with the Kowalskis and doing that. I see them posting that all the time.
Well, Sharon, it's not a cleaver. It's like what Bill said, like the Inuit natives use.
I was trying to look it up to see if I could find out what the name of it was.
Just call it your lost office knife.
I call it my herb knife, but
call it your lock, the lost office knife.
I think it's called a ulu. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. It's called like an ulu crescent. But yeah, Leslie had one, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need one of those. And she said, my uncle made it. So I told him that I wanted one, and that's what he brought to the festival for me.
Boy. Oh, I did see something. I got these the other day. Those are the Breast Cancer Awareness Month for October.
What is that?
They're MREs from, I had it upside down. There, is that better? They did, it's from, who's it from? MRE Star. They sent me a couple of these. They're doing the Breast Cancer Awareness Month for October.
Mm-hmm.
And they put, typically your spoons in the MREs are brown. They did pink spoons in these.
Cool.
So I'm going to open it up. That one's Southwest Chicken. And then what's the other one? Chicken and sausage gumbo. So maybe we can do it together. You could come down and we could eat these together in October.
I might eat the other one. I'm not a gumbo girl.
I'm not really. I'll eat the gumbo. I'm ready to open it to see what kind of cool stuff are in there. Casey loves MREs. Casey will be down here eating one. It'll be kind of cool to have the pink spoon.
I have never eaten an MRE.
They're not bad.
I would like to try one.
They're not too awful bad. I've got a bunch. Well, going on the field trip today, they were like, all the kids brought their sack lunch and everything. And Lincoln goes, what are you taking, Dad? And, of course, I had a small little backpack with me, with medical stuff. I mean, I had it full-blown medical kit in there just in case one of these heathen kids falls and hurts herself or something worse. And he's like, what are you taking? And I was like, what do you think? He goes, you're going to take an MRE. And I was like, I might. I said, or I might take some Mountain House. And he goes, really? He's like, that's going to be weird. And I'm like, no, it's not. So I took, I didn't eat it because I wasn't hungry, but I took beef stroganoff.
That's funny.
I ended up, I ate some peanut butter and crackers. I had that, and then I had Mountain House granola with blueberries and milk. So, but yeah, we'll crack these things. You can come down one Saturday and we'll crack the MREs open. And
yeah, I'd like to try one.
They've got all kinds. I tell you what's good. The chili mac is pretty good if you can find those. And the spaghetti's not bad either. So they had one. I had one time. It was brisket with gravy and mashed potatoes. Wasn't too bad. I was eating it when
That's good.
Casey, the stroganoff is good from Mountain House. So
I found a new apocalyptic series I'm reading. Kind of like Angry American stuff.
Yeah.
It's called the Borrowed World series by Franklin Horton. Have you read that?
I think so.
I'm on book 10.
Oh, already?
It's very much like Angry American stuff.
I'm pretty sure
the Going Home series.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I read that because I've got a ton of them on my Kindle. Lawrence said he's talking about getting a freeze dryer. Lawrence, have you done anything yet with the solar stuff you won? He probably hadn't. I bet he hadn't. They come out smelling like a rose on the raffle.
I know, they did good.
Yeah. So I don't know. Since I told Whitney not to cook, I might grab I've got a bunch of Mountain House. Lincoln loves gravy and biscuits. So I ordered several cases of gravy and biscuit from Mountain House, and that stuff is pretty stinking good. So I might crack a Mountain House open and eat gravy and biscuits tonight. In case he says no, they've not done anything with it yet. You need to get that stuff out, Casey, and get it hooked up.
Yeah.
So, what are you Google fooing over there now?
My kid keeps texting me. Her sister-in-law is getting married tomorrow, and Samantha's like, "Can we borrow this? Can we borrow that? Can we borrow this?"
I need to run something through my freeze dryer tomorrow.
Do you even use that anymore?
Here and there. Honestly, I forget about it. It's bad to say. Honestly, I hate saying that, but I forget about it sometimes.
I mean, if you don't use it, it's more or less a boat anchor, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So, I will get something and run it through.
Hey, we need to do a giveaway or something.
All right. We're not giving that away.
No, we're not giving that away. Next spring, you ought to freeze dry a buttload of them strawberries.
Well, we could.
You could totally do that. And package those up. We could probably sell those. You got so many strawberries, you don't know what to do with them all.
They weren't horribly good this year, but the rabbits just ate the crap out of them. So hopefully,
I came over that day when we cut up that comfrey. Those strawberries were delicious. Well, oh my God, they were so. But I think it might have been because I came over after that month of not being able to eat anything because I was doing the chronically. I was just so glad to eat something sweet. I was like, oh my God, these are so amazing.
Yeah. Like the crack is here. I tell you, well, Dana Russell from Russell Homestead, she wants us to do a freeze drying demo at the festival next time.
Okay. All right. Are they the ones that they've been building a canning kitchen or something?
Yeah.
I watched a video today on their Facebook page where they poured the concrete for it. And their little girl was out there trying to smooth it out, and they would take the thing away from her and smooth it out again because she made all these grooves in it. It was funny, but that's really going to be nice. And like I see people doing that, y'all just that's why we're asking, like, what are your projects that you're doing for the fall? Because you all inspire me to do stuff. And I'm like, that's going on my list. I want a canning kitchen someday. That's just so awesome. A place to do, the processing and canning and all of that kind of stuff. When we rebuild our deck, I would like to incorporate something like that into our back when we redo our deck. So yeah,
that'd be pretty cool. I don't know if she's going to enclose that or what, or if it's going to be.
It looks like they're going to.
Well, I mean, we could do that on your back deck pretty easy. Put a little small roof on it and stuff like that.
Yeah, I want to put over there in the side where that wall is at, I want to put a greenhouse over there. And I already have all those windows that I got from Bruce. So I think I can just put the frame up and then put those windows in. But I would love to have a little canning area on the other side and just a place to sit out there and hang out and all that kind of stuff. I love seeing what other people are doing so I can get ideas. Absolutely. I would love to have a canning kitchen too, Mel.
Casey keeps talking about the freeze dryer. Just go buy one. Just make sure you use it when you buy it. So
she said her project is to vacation as much as she can. Girl, my vacations are like working on the farm.
If I take a day off, I do stuff around here. It's never.
That's what I do.
Now, every now and then I will sit around for a day and just like veg out. So
let me tell you what happened last week. I woke up on Thursday morning, not yesterday, but a week ago. And I had done, so it was the weekend before that Randy and I were putting the deer netting over the chicken coop. And while I was out there, I like stepped in a hole and kind of tweaked my knee and hurt my knee. But by the end of the night, I was fine. My knee didn't hurt or anything. But a couple days through that week, I kept feeling this like twinge in my back, just like a kind of an achy thing. So last Thursday, I get up, get in the shower, getting ready to go to work, and something happened to my back. And I started having these spasms in my back, just like, it was almost like labor pains. It was horrible. I got to the point where I like couldn't even stand upright. And so then I'm texting my boss and I'm like, I can't come into work. I don't even know how I'm going to stand up and get, my hair done or whatever. I can't even stand upright. So Randy came in and took me to urgent care, and they gave me some like muscle relaxers and some pain stuff or whatever. And that helped, but it took like 3 days for me to get to the point that I wasn't sitting around on a heating pad and I could get up and move around. That like put me down. And I'm thinking, and the whole time that I'm sitting there on the couch and, trying to recover from this, I'm sitting there thinking, I don't have time for this. I got crap to do. I've got a garden I need to mess with. It kind of made me crazy because I couldn't get out and do anything because I was in pain. So yeah, vegging out, that's like the Lord has to put me down to actually get me to relax and sit around because I don't have time for this stuff. How do you do that when you're trying to grow your own food and be sustainable and all that? You don't have time.
Yeah. It's a full-time deal between everything we got going. It's like last night I came down after everybody went to bed and I spent a couple hours down here on the computer doing stuff. So Bill said he's collecting stuff to make an outdoor kitchen.
Lawrence, if you go and watch, Metcalf Mills, he put out a video about a pizza oven that he made on his place and showed how he did it. And it's a neat little setup and it works really well. It's probably from a few years ago, but again, like he made that and I'm thinking, oh my God, that's a great idea. I want to make a pizza oven.
Well, wouldn't it be nice just to quit like your real job and then still have all the money from your real job and just get to do stuff all the time?
Wouldn't that be amazing? That would be so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm about talked out. I'm going to fix some Mountain House gravy and biscuits and have gravy and biscuits for dinner tonight. So, guys, that's the plan. Everybody seemed to like it. We will most likely switch Clickbait and Coffee to Mondays and Fridays, and then Shelly will be on here, and we'll do the podcast on Wednesday nights. So, yep. And if you don't like it, tough shit, I guess. So.
That's a great idea, Bill. What? He made a stainless steel table from a refrigerator that somebody gave him.
Hey, that would work.
That's a neat idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very ingenious. All right. You guys take it easy. Have a great weekend. We love y'all. And Jason will see you on Monday. I'll see you next Wednesday. Have a great day.
All right. See y'all.